And now it's time to answer your questions, and our first caller has joined us. Anant Kumar is with us right now. Anant, go ahead and ask your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, I have invested in a property, Apex Golf Avenue. This is in Noida West, Greater Noida West. So I wanted to know that whether it is the right decision to invest in this property. And one more thing is that they are asking 6% GST. Okay. Overall 12% demand is there, 6% is subvention, and finally they are asking for 6% GST. So is that right for them to demand 1.5% more than what was earlier decided on 4.5%?
So Anant, as far as your GST question is concerned, we would have been better equipped to advise you on that if you would have mentioned this on your email. But as we can see in your email, you have mentioned Apex Golf Avenue, and in fact you even mentioned Unibera Homes. But we're definitely going to tell you more about this. So what do you think, Tanvi? What do you think about Apex Golf Avenue and in general that area?
So let's talk about the area first, Anjali. The area that this project falls is Noida Extension. So this is a developing location. We've spoken about this location earlier also, that this area has a lot of supply. And also the unsold inventory is huge here. There are around 67,000 units available with the developer, and the weighted average prices here are 3,500. So this is an affordable segment of Noida. This is in like a extension area where you can buy if you don't have a very great budget. This area in general, prices in terms of pricing and in terms of livability, it's in terms of prices it's better, but in terms of livability, if we see, it's still a developing location. It's it's below the average mark, I would say. I would score it 4 out of 10 if I have to score it on the livability barometer. In terms of rental yields, if we see, the area witnesses yields of 2 to 3.5%, which also falls in the average ranges. So in terms of future price perspective, the pricing will not, in short term at least, it will not increase much because there's a lot of distress in the market. In last 3 years also, if we see, the annualized returns have been in negative, not been on the positive side. But that is good for an end user or a person who's looking for long-term investment. And if we see for the project that he's talking about, the Apex Golf Avenue, this is by Apex Group, and it's part of a proposed 130-acre sport city. So it is a 5-acre project, but a part of a larger township. So it has a lot of benefits in those terms. And the project is currently on superstructure, and it's expected to be delivered by, let's say, next 12 to 18 months. So since the construction is progressing now, earlier the project was slightly delayed, but since it's progressing pretty well now, it's a good bet, it's a safe bet. The only thing is the prices that the developer is quoting currently is slightly on the higher side. So if Anant has negotiated a bit on the table, it would have been, I mean, it may have been a better deal for him. The other project that he mentioned in the query, Unibera Homes, this is by Unibera Developers. This is also not a very big name, but the construction on site is smooth, it's seamless, and no fundamental issues with this project also. So if any other buyer is looking for this project, they can definitely invest in this one. Other than this, we have one more suggestion. Overall, Noida Extension area is under a lot of distress. So there's a huge difference between the prices that are being quoted by the developer and the prices at which actual deals are happening. So it's advised for the buyers in this market to negotiate a bit on the table. One more recommendation from our side for the viewers would be 7th Avenue by Gaursons. So Gaursons is a very well-known name in that area, and this particular project is part of 125-acre township, and currently they are also having, like a couple of days back, they were having offer prices of 3,000, which is lower than the weighted average prices. So viewers can definitely go with this one as well.
Okay, so as you can see, apart from your choice, this is one more option that you can go for, but do bargain a little bit, negotiate a little bit, as Tanvi says, because there's scope for that in that market. Let's go ahead.